Hi, I'm Judy De La Rosa, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about the Young Living Croatia farm. In 2015, I was blessed to go to this farm, and I'm just going to bring up screenshot. We had the diamond retreat there. And so this is exactly when they bought the farm. And so it was very new when we first went to the Croatia farm. And now it's much more developed. So I'm going to show you some of the newer pictures and some of the old ones. This is a field of helichrysum at the Young Living Croatia farm. And this is the way it looks today. In the beginning, when we first bought the farm, here's a picture showing where Split, Croatia is. For those of you who don't know, it's on the Mediterranean Ocean across from Italy, and the farm is about an hour inland, but the distillery is right there on the outskirts of Split, Croatia, and it's a beautiful area right on the Mediterranean. So let's take a look now at some more detailed pictures. Originally, helichrysum and many of the plants in this area were wildcrafted, but with the rise of interest in essential oils, specifically helichrysum, which Young Living played a large role in making well known in the essential oil industry, they were starting to overharvest helichrysum in the area, and so the government made a law that they had to limit the amount of wildcrafting of helichrysum so it wouldn't completely die out. So in order to protect this species of helichrysum, which is so valuable, Young Living bought this farmland, which looked originally just like the picture I just showed you, like this. And Young Living bought a rock crusher and crushed the rock and brought in more rock so that it would be more suitable for growing helichrysum because it grows in very harsh conditions, similar actually to Provence, France, where rosemary and lavender grow. And then we started a lot of starts of helichrysum and used this tractor, and also many distributors came to plant these little plants in the rocky soil. Here's a little baby helichrysum plant. And this is, once it's blooming, what it looks like. Beautiful little yellow flowers. And in Europe, there are a lot of events that happen at the Young Living Croatia farm. These are all the people who won the Drive to Win contest. And in May 2016, they all came to the farm and helped plant more helichrysum plants there, and also got to experience a lot more about the distillery, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But this is after the plants started growing there. You can see they're hardy and doing well. And another picture of the plants, the helichrysum plants. I'd like to talk a little bit about what helichrysum does for the body. It supports a healthy nervous system. It's invaluable for rebuilding the nervous system. And also, it's very good for detoxifying the liver and the brain. So we have oils like Juva Cleanse and Juva Flex in Young Living that support the cleansing of the body, particularly the liver. And we also have oils like Aroma Life that support a healthy cardiovascular system, and Brain Power, which is really good at supporting the detoxification of the brain. And then we also have oils that support the rebuilding of any damage in the body that can be caused by trauma. So things like Panaway and Deep Relief Roll-On and Trauma Life are really good for that. So all of these oils are really well used. Even helichrysum on its own, incredible for balancing any kind of imbalance in the blood, or the cardiovascular system, whether it's too thick, the blood, or too thin. Helichrysum applied directly on location will really help balance that out. Sometimes I have actually even poured a bottle of helichrysum directly over the head of my son when he had a trauma to his head, which was quite severe. And it was amazing what it did to help balance it out. So you can also put helichrysum under the tongue or in capsules if it's available as a Vitality or a Plus oil, or anything like that, or some of the blends that are available that include helichrysum. So on location or in under the tongue, or in capsules. All those ways are great ways to use helichrysum. And this farm is a lifesaver for Young Living because helichrysum was becoming very difficult to get and increasingly expensive. And with this farm, we have an ample supply of helichrysum. So once it's harvested, then it's taken to the Young Living distillery and warehouse, which is located in a suburb of Split, which I can't pronounce. I think it's Dubloje, which is in Croatia on the outskirts of Split. And this is the management team there, which you can see the distillery in the background. There are several large distilleries that act like giant pressure cookers that the plant material is loaded in, and then from there you can see it goes up through the condenser and down into these separators. They're behind the big pressure cookers that we saw in the previous picture, and that's where the oil is separated from the floral water and then packaged. And this is the separator itself, where you can see how it works. This pipe that comes out the side is where the floral water or the oil, I believe the floral water comes out of, yes. And then this is where the oils are tested to make sure they meet all of the Young Living specifications and then bottled. So this is an important part of the distillery as well. Now, in this distillery, there are other oils that are produced, like Laurellus nobilis, commonly known as bay laurel. It's very common herb in the Mediterranean, and it's very good for digestive support, especially when there's no appetite. It's also incredible for regenerating nerves and supporting the respiratory immune system. So you can find that also in Breathe Again Roll-On for respiratory support, and in Parafree, which is an oil that is used to cleanse the body of any parasites. So for cleansing purposes, it's very good as well. And another Dalmatian oil is juniper. Juniper is, again, very common in the Mediterranean, and it contains some oils. You can look up these constituents, alpha-pinene, limonene, and myrcene, which are amazing in what they can do for the body. One of the things it does is promotes the excretion of toxins. So it's very good for skin health and beauty and promotion of nerve regeneration as well. And in terms of toxins, sometimes we have a system problem in the body where you can get excess allergic reactions to things just because they're not tolerated well by the body. And Allerzyme is a supplement we have in the United States, and maybe I think also in Europe, that promotes the excretion of these excess toxins and supports the liver and digestive system so that you don't have those kind of reactions in the body, which could come out as excess mucus, sneezing, coughing, kind of appearing like you have a cold, but you don't really have a cold. So this is a great oil for that as well. Here in Texas, we have cedar fever, and a lot of those plants are actually not cedar, they're juniper. So when you use this oil, it strengthens the system so you don't have those reactions in January, especially that pollen comes out in the juniper trees, and this is a great thing to, if you use it well in advance, it will support your body during that time, so you stay healthy. Another Dalmatian oil is sage, and this one is also distilled at the Croatia distillery, and it's mentally stimulating and balancing. It's also balancing for the sacral chakra and releases negative emotions of denial and abuse. So this one you can also use for hormonal balance, and you'll find it in some of those blends, like you can find it in sclerescence oil, and I believe it's also found in one of the other blends that are for hormonal balance, which would be like Dragon Thyme, Endoflex, Femogen is a supplement, and also in the blend Magnify Your Purpose and Mister. But Magnify Your Purpose is very strengthening for action in the body, and Envision is another blend that's good for envisioning what you want. So sage is found in those blends as well. Okay, so this is just a little brief overview of the farm there in Croatia. And this farm is becoming more and more established all the time. You can see how beautiful the helichrysum looks here compared to those beginning pictures I showed you. So if you get a chance, visit the Croatia farm and enjoy the oils that come from there, okay? Have a great day.